Hi there, it's Tyler from ElectricShaverGuide.com, and here we're doing a quick comparison of a rotary shaver and a foil shaver. So the SensoTouch 3D 1250X CC and the Braun Series 7 790cc. So yes, this is a foil versus rotary type of comparison, but I just want to say that with the whole debate of foil versus rotary, there's not a clear-cut winner. Both designs clearly work. Many people like foil shavers, just as many people like rotary shavers. And what's confusing sometimes is where people in an article or on a forum discussion will state a foil shaver is clearly better and it clearly gives a smoother shave. So they kind of state it as a fact when really it's just a personal opinion, and that's all this really boils down to. With shaving products, whether they're electric shavers or different shaving techniques with wet shaving, it really comes down to a personal preference. So there's no real cut winner between foil and rotary. There's tons of forum discussions out there, and you might read a thread and suddenly it's in favor of one, and then someone jumps in and says the complete opposite with everything that the 10 prior posts were saying. So certainly not a clear winner between these. So it's really best to just analyze different specific products, because when you say foil is better than a rotary, well, there's so many different foil shavers out there, and there's so many different types of rotary shavers out there as well. So it's much better to find two products that you are contemplating on potentially purchasing, and then kind of look at their specs and their reviews head to head. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to look at the Braun versus the SensoTouch from Norelco, kind of line them up side by side, talk about some of the pros and cons, and hopefully by the end of it you'll have enough information to choose the right shaver for you. Okay, so firstly we're going to just quickly review the difference between the shaving designs and the specs of both shavers. Obviously the Braun is a foil shaver and the SensoTouch is a rotary shaver, so the first main difference is going to be within the shaving head. The Braun has a shaving foil which can be released, and you can see that the foil and the blades are in one unit, so that makes it a bit more difficult to clean it manually, and it's kind of why I recommend that people buy the cleaning station with the Braun. There is a Braun 720S model, which is just the razor itself, but I would suggest that you go with the 790 model, which comes with the cleaning base. The 760 also comes with the cleaning base, but I find that shopping online you can get actually the 790 for a better deal, so you might as well upgrade. And the upgrade is just going to be some differences with the cleaning station and overall display. But don't go with the 720, just because if you have to manually clean the shaver, it can be a bit difficult, and it relies a bit more on the cleaning base, which we will get to as we move on here. And so that can clip back in there. And then for the SensoTouch rotary shaver, the head is 360-degree pivoting, and it pivots inwards and it pivots outwards as well. So that's really good for getting the contours of your face and your jawline and underneath your neck area. The pop-up trimmers on these, the Braun's is at the front and the Norelco's is in the back. The Braun is slightly louder, but nothing that should deter you from going with the Braun in this case. It is a bit louder though, you can see. Okay, so just slightly. And the display screens, the Braun is on the base. It tells you the battery level and the hygiene level, whereas the Norelco's won't tell you how clean it is, but once you turn it on, the battery display is on the front. And this is the 1250X CC model, which is the same razor as the 1250X. The CC just stands for the cleaning station. And the differences between the 1250 and the 1280 and the 1290 is that they have a digital display, and they're not all black. There's a chrome finish on those as well. So those are the two main differences there between these two models. So now we'll set them up and talk about the cleaning stations. The Braun, you can see, uses Braun Clean and Renew liquid packs, and when you purchase the unit you'll get 1 month's supply, and you can repurchase them for about $5 a month. You can get a pack of 3, or you can get a whole year's supply. And when you insert the Braun into the cleaning base, you can see that the light on the left indicates how much liquid is left, and the light on the right indicates what type of cleaning is needed. So that shaver is clean, so the blue light lights up, and in about 10 minutes it will go into standby mode. And with the Braun, you get a traveling case, you get a cleaning brush, and you get the electrical cord, which inserts into the back of the cleaning base, but it also inserts into the shaver. So you can take this shaver, if you want to travel for the weekend, you can take it with the electrical cord and you can plug it directly into the shaver. Taking a look at the SensoTouch 3D shaver setup, you'll get a cleaning brush, a rotary shaver cap, you'll get 1 month supply of the Jet Clean solution, and of course you'll get the cleaning base, a traveling case, and you'll also get a charging stand. So one thing that's a bit better about the Braun is that you can plug the cord directly into the shaver, whereas with the SensoTouch 3D, you can't actually plug the electrical cord right into the back of the razor. You're going to have to just plug it into this charging stand, and if you need to charge the shaver, then you just insert it like so, and to charge it. So just a little bit of a hassle. If you were to travel, you would have to take this charging stand with you. But when you use the shaver, you insert it into the base and it automatically starts charging. And that's one of the flaws that is with both these cleaning stations. Some people point out that shavers do use lithium-ion batteries, and sometimes it's better to drain those batteries than to constantly recharge them. But both cleaning stations, when you insert the shaver, they do automatically start charging instead of having the option to clean or dry them without charging. So one little flaw. I haven't noticed any problems with the batteries on these shavers, but it is something worth noting. Now, I personally haven't noticed that one cleaning base does a better job in cleaning the actual electric shaver. They both come out nice and clean. The Braun does come out smelling a bit fresher because of the Braun Clean and Renew liquid packs, and that's true when comparing this to the SensoTouch 3D shaver and other Panasonic shavers. But in terms of how well the cleaning stations clean the shaver, it's hard to tell whether one is better than the other. They both do a good job, and I haven't noticed that anything's wrong with using either of these cleaning bases for cleaning the shaver. However, one shaver is a bit better for cleaning it manually. As long as you use the cleaning bases properly and you replenish the cleaning cartridges or the Jet Clean solution, you're not really going to notice a difference between how well the shavers get cleaned. They both work pretty well as long as you do a bit of upkeep. But you will notice a bit of a difference when you clean them manually. The Braun, when you remove the foil, you'll notice that the foil cap and the blades are actually in one unit, and some people don't like that because it just makes cleaning the shaver a bit more difficult when you're cleaning it manually here. So once you remove the cap, you can brush away any stubble. You can also brush away stubble from the foil cap, but you're just going to want to be very careful that you don't get the brush kind of stuck in with the blade. You can rinse this in water, and you can rinse the actual shaver in water as well. So that is a little bit more difficult in giving it a thorough clean when compared to the SensoTouch. The SensoTouch, you can open up the blades and you can run that under running water, and they're just a little easier to clean, as well as some of the Panasonic shavers, a bit easier to clean over the blades in this Braun foil cap. So some people have stated that it's a bit of a disadvantage. And what it really does, it just makes the cleaning station a bit more of a necessity for the Braun. You don't always have to do a manual clean. Usually if I've shaved for, or if I haven't shaved for maybe 2-3 days, I usually remove the cap, shake away any stubble, put the cap back on, and then insert it into the cleaning base. If I'm shaving every day with this Braun, sometimes, if you don't really have thick facial hair, you don't even have to remove the cap. Just shave and put it into the base. But if you want to do a very thorough clean and clean it manually every once in a while, the SensoTouch is just a little easier to clean. You can run it under running water, and you can actually remove these blades as well if you want to do a very thorough clean. So in terms of which shaver is better with the cleaning station setup, obviously the SensoTouch is a bit easier to clean manually. The Braun does come with the electrical cord that you can plug directly into the shaver. Both cleaning stations work really well at cleaning the shavers within them. So it's pretty even. One doesn't really jump out as being that much better than the other, but obviously if you want to save a bit of money, you can get these SensoTouch shavers without the cleaning base, and you can easily clean them manually. If you're going to go with the Braun Series 7, there is the 720S, which we talked about, which is just the razor and not the cleaning base, but for this reason I would not recommend that shaver. You're probably going to want to stick to the Braun Clean and Renew shaving cleaning system if you're going to get these shavers. So stick to the Braun Series 7 790cc. Okay, so I've got about 1 day's worth of growth, and what I'm going to do here is just shave the right side of my face with the SensoTouch 3D shaver, and I'm going to shave the left side of my face with the Braun Series 7. Just some final thoughts there. Firstly, with that shaving comparison, at the end of the day, I would just give a slight edge to the Braun Series 7 when it comes down to the shaving performance. Just remember, I am just a sample size of one. There's a lot of people out there that do like the SensoTouch 3D shaver, and I do like the shaver, but just when I match them head to head, I just get a bit of a better shave all around with the Braun Series 7. But people have emailed me, there's been lots of comments saying that people really like the SensoTouch 3D shaver, so just keep that in mind. I am just a sample size of one. The other things that we spoke about were the design of the shaving head, and the Norelco's design is just slightly better if you want to clean it manually. So if you're looking to save a bit of money and you do not want a cleaning station, then you're going to want to go with the SensoTouch shaver, because they can be cleaned manually a bit easier, and it's going to make your shaver last a bit longer as well. If you go with the 720S with the Braun shaver, so that does not come with a cleaning station, and you might run into a little problems, over the 1 year mark. Whereas if you're getting the Braun Series 7 790cc, you're going to get the cleaning station, you're going to clean it thoroughly. It's probably going to last a bit longer as well. So if you need to save a bit of money and you just want a razor, you might want to pick the SensoTouch 3D. However, personally I found the Braun Series 7 to shave a bit better. And we also touched on the whole foil versus rotary shaving comparison debate that's certainly been going on for quite a while. And at the end of the day, in my opinion, there isn't a real winner. Many people like foil shavers, many people like rotary shavers, and there's not one that's going to be better for different situations. And I say that because anytime there is a discussion where foil shavers are better for sensitive skin, or a rotary shaver is better for shaving the hairs on your neck, there's always people that come in and say the opposite. So it's really about personal preference. So in terms of foil versus rotary, we don't have a winner today, and I don't think we will ever really have a winner. Both designs do work. So whatever shaver you do choose, I do hope that you get good results. Hopefully there's enough information here to certainly help you choose the right one. And like always, you can visit electricshaverguide.com for more shaver reviews. You can find both detailed reviews of both these shavers if you want more information on the site as well.